Jesus teaches us in the parable of Matthew 13:23. As for what was sown on good soil, this is the person who hears the word, understands it, and produces a crop that yields 100, 60, or 30 times what was sown. For almost 60 years, Mennonite Disaster Service has been responding to individuals, families, and communities affected by disaster in Canada and the United States. In 2008, MDS's focus on helping the most vulnerable among us stretched from Iowa to Alberta and from Manitoba to Louisiana.
Why do you come back? Why not? You have a home somewhere, you have a place somewhere that you call home. This is our home. As long as you own the land, you own your destiny. This is our destiny right here. And when it happened, God told us we was coming back home. So we came back home.
Well, since Katrina, we were one of the last groups to be able to come back and get into the area. Every place there's a driveway, there was a home and a family. And now that's all gone. And so we're back here rebuilding our home, along with some other people, trying to build hope and community.
3 years after Hurricanes Katrina and Rita devastated the U.S. Gulf Coast, MDS continues their long-term commitment, responding to ongoing needs. Leonard and Lorena Penner's year-long assignment in New Orleans has built strong relationships and trust in the community.
It's a city that is warm and receives strangers well. Volunteers that come really give hope to many people. They see them working and they know that this city has not been forgotten, that we as a nation still care about them, and that is very vital for their recovery.
As people fled Hurricane Katrina in 2005, Newton, Texas was one town that offered shelter to evacuees. But 3 weeks after Katrina, Hurricane Rita surprised Newton and damaged many homes.
I was trying to remodel my house before Rita, and I was adding rooms on, and then after we came back and saw what our Rita did to our home, it was like everything was messed back up, so we didn't have the funds to start back over.
Newton, in the second poorest county in Texas, has been forgotten by most. Numerous residents live on fixed incomes and cannot afford repairs. MDS began their third year of rebuilding in 2008.
Everything God brought, everything come our way for a change.
Every summer, MDS sponsors a youth project in Canada to encourage a spirit of service. This year, MDS volunteers from Iowa, Saskatchewan, and Alberta built 8 cabins at Pine Lodge Bible Camp in La Crete.
This camp brings together 4 different Mennonite church groups in the area, all working to make this camp a reality.
The project was called a rousing success by youth groups, the leaders, and the community.
In serving Christ, the youth have pushed the ministry of the camp ahead 5 to 10 years.
First-time MDS volunteer Megan Williamson from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan is one of the 944 Canadians that participated in U.S. projects in 2008.
"Where do you need me?"
were the first words she asked MDS when calling in to volunteer.
I am a pretty new Christian, and I felt God just blessed me moment after moment once I turned my life over to Him. I really nervously was like, okay, I will accept. And I didn't know what that would mean for me. Once I looked into MDS and found out that it was construction, I got a little bit nervous because I have no experience. God just pushed me in this direction to just give back to Him and to let it all go. I can do anything through Christ, for He gives me strength.
I say thank you, Lord, for your blessing, because when you are nice to people, they will be nice to you too.
In the Gentilly neighborhood of New Orleans, Catalina Boisseau watches MDS volunteers finish up a ramp for her husband, Lloyd. A career nurse, Catalina is now retired and cares for him full-time.
I love to do something like the Mennonite when they work here. I always want to cook. One day, that week. Before, I am always doing it on Thursday, so I will do it tomorrow. I can't believe they are almost finished in 3 days. Wow, it's something, you know, it's really something.
Oh, you've taken it all right.
The severe weather began on May 25, 2008. By mid-June, 83 out of 99 counties in Iowa had been declared disasters, leaving 40,000 people homeless and causing $2 to $3 billion in damage. MDS assisted in cleanup and replacing water-damaged flooring, insulation, and drywall.
As the house was being torn away from us on May 4th, 2007, my prayer was pretty simple. You know, tragedy has a way of reducing life to the bare essentials. My prayer was focused, 3 words, over and over. Lord, keep us.
Greensburg has been slowly healing since the F5 tornado of 2007. More than 3,600 volunteers from Canada and the U.S. have participated in cleanup, repairs, and rebuilding. On November 2nd, MDS was part of the blessings given by Pastor Jeff Blackburn as Greensburg Mennonite Church celebrated the rededication of their new house of worship.
He kept me and my family. He kept the people of the town. He kept the church. All of the congregational buildings were destroyed, but the true church survived. And we became aware of that very quickly. Folks, we survived for a purpose, to thrive in the work of the kingdom.
In the fall of 2008, Akron Mennonite Church in Pennsylvania participated in a new sponsorship project for MDS. The Partnership Home Program provides an opportunity for a church or group of churches to build a new home for a family whose house was lost to disaster.
MDS does the upfront field work, identifying the client, getting the permits, clearing the way for all of that, and then turn it over to the church, and then the church takes it from there. Why build it here? It's a good question. What it does is it helps people to really visualize what's happening. Here, you actually see the real physical house. You can walk through it, you can go, and these are the rooms, and this house sitting in this parking lot, it's now going to go to Louisiana, and a family's going to live in it, and we were a part of that, and that's a beautiful thing.
But the construction of the Connor family home didn't go as smoothly as planned. 3 days after starting, Hurricane Ike struck, washing away the piers before the concrete could set. Many low-lying homes in the area were destroyed by the tidal surge, which peaked as high as 11 feet.
Some of the low-lying homes MDS repaired after Katrina and Rita were hit very hard this year by Hurricanes Ike and Gustav. That was devastating to see. We need to work hard with local leaders to encourage them to elevate these homes so that they are here 30, 40, 50 years from now, just as I saw the homes we built that were elevated. They will be there for many decades to come, God willing.
A few miles east of Cameron, in Creole, Louisiana, the Bargeman family returned home after Hurricane Ike to see how their MDS house, built after Hurricane Rita, weathered this latest storm.
I've been here all my life, 85 years. This last storm, we had water right up to the porch of our new home. And the only thing we lost in this storm was 2 pieces of siding on the side of our house, this vinyl siding. And then we lost our steps. If we were down, I would say a good 6 inches, we would have water all over the place. Wouldn't have been able to come in the house on account of mud and water.
Yes.
But we just was right for this storm.
The Bargeman's house is a testament to quality MDS craftsmanship.
On November 5, we did bring a team back down, we rebuilt the piers back up, and then things fell into place.
Local community leader and volunteer coordinator Julie Burley has worked with MDS in Cameron since Hurricane Rita. She became an invaluable resource for Akron Mennonite in their building of the new Connor family home.
But I also saw a need for the fact that we have young couples that are needed here with families that's going to come here and work in our parish, to rebuild our parish by living here, give back to our parish, and also having our school system, their kids, where that's going to help our infrastructure of our school system to keep on going too.
I ain't never seen nothing like it. Not down here. I mean, it was amazing how fast y'all went up with this house.
I'm just glad that y'all got this and that you're going to have something to come home to, and
our first
your kids
Christmas.
raising your first Christmas. Isn't that awesome? First Christmas in your first home. How about that?
Before you make any decisions in life, always seek God first. Because if you do that, everything else will fall in order. We're the city that's hurting right now. It's us today, but tomorrow it may be you. And you would want somebody to come to your aid. So we thank MDS, we thank everybody who has come and helped and that will continue to come and help. But just remember, you never know what tragedy will happen in your life. And if you have God in your life, everything else will be okay.